I did it. I took my mouse off the table, leaving my mouse where it is, so no matter what I do, it can't do anything. Okay? Because the bearing, the ball bearing can't bear. Imagine, some words you need for it to be a complete word to add the ing. 9, 5, 7. Where does everything begin? Does it begin at 1? Is it everything that's around 1? So we can give numbers because everything is surrounding 1? Imagine if 1 is up in the corner over there. You'd have 1, 1, 1, 1. You'd have a whole square being 1 is a complete area. It's one area. But are there coordinates in that area? Bearing, ing. 7, 14, 21. Sorry, 9, 14, 21. 7, 14, 21, you know what that is. 7, you know what it is? 7, 5, 9. It's not, it's 9. Hold on. Let me write this down. Let me get this down and write it on this paper. 7, let me write it here. 14N, I 9, and G7. 7 times 2, 14. 7 plus 2, 9. Total is 23. 7, 9, 5. 5 and 9. 9 and 7. 7 and 5. In the moon of the birth is the gateway to my DNA through the sun. 14, I always bring it to the sun. I also bring that to the DNA in the birth because, hey man, I'm DNAing. I'm DNAing. AI. So I'm now putting the AI together because artificial intelligence. So what is artificial intelligence? What is the NG? Should we look at it as the design? What happens if I took the letter N and brought it all over the world, just the letter N, and showed it to, I need to know I don't want to have the smartest people, yeah, maybe the smartest and the dumbest people tell me. I just need everybody to tell me what it looks like, what it can be, what it actually means as a shape. How much do we have to fold up and down a letter to create it out of, is this the string theory? Or should I have 2 strings? ING. So the word bearing, oh, I can't bear anymore. But I am bearing you. Not bury as to dig a hole and bury you in, and not to eat a berry. Fruit, fructus. So I got to put it all in my mind and see, where does everything belong? What fits with the word bearing in this situation? So that now we have a whole situation. Almost like saying, oh, if it's liquid, it goes here. If it's a gas, what's it called? It has to stay here. Where are all the DG products placed and what is considered DG? Don't include God in this because dangerous goods, okay. Dangerous goods, okay, you got God. Dangerous goods. Very upset that the video uploaded and then began processing. If there's anybody that knows, I deleted the 2 videos. Right after it started to process, I deleted the videos. So now they're gone from the phone. How do I find them again? Help me. I love that video. Sunday, day of prayer. The Bat Mitzvah is on a Sunday. The king and the queen are the 12th and the 13th cards. But the ace is higher than the king, so now the ace has to become the 13th card. But the ace in blackjack can be used as 11. People count cards to know what's left. 5 and 6 is where they end it because a lot of people, 15 brings me 21. So on Mars, I need 6 for 21. But if I'm in the sun, I need 7 for 14 is 21. But if I'm on 13, I'm on AC, I need 8 to heaven to bring me to 21. But if I'm on 12, 9 in the skies, the Saturn skies, the Father, I need 9 to birth to bring me to 21. But if I'm 10 of 2 worlds, I need ace to do what? What does that ace do? If I have 17, they say stand, I need 4, the delta angle. What is that delta angle? I have 18, they say stand on 18, but if it's a soft 18, sometimes they say it's the pull. And that would be when your ace is 11, standing with 7, 7 and 2, standing on the red sun. Pull a card. You need a 4, a 3, or a 2, or a 1 to better your hand. Telling you another story because the second ace is only going to be valued at 1. The story and the story of the unknown story, because I have a friend of mine, he would say, it's just a deck of cards. It's just a game of blackjack. Oh my God, just a game. If the mind is continuous from the star system rotation of Cancer, don't break the Cancer link. The cells, the high and the altered pH above and below 7. Where we bring acidity into the world, and why does everything have to match to those numbers in their categories? I can say 1 and you can say no way, unless it's a foul. What game are we playing? Basketball, because you'll be able to take the 1 shot first. You can't naturally get 1 point in basketball unless there's a foul. Whew, it stinks. Skunky Bear was here. I got a point. Great, so did I, and so did he, or she, or whatever. 3 of us got points. What kind of points did you get? Well, they scored the goal, I got an assist, my buddy got an assist. We each got a point on 1 goal. Imagine, we were all involved. It ended up on that stick to put the puck past that net. Somebody could have touched it, but didn't touch it enough to divert it from the net. Did you see that curve? When you're playing baseball, came from the corner. Or it can come from different places, that curve. Doesn't it come from the mound? If it comes from the corner, could be soccer. Or you can be playing croquet. Or it could have been the curve of the ball moving. Oh my God, it was only me. All of me. See that curve? But if I tell you it was a dog leg, oh, take out those dimples. We're playing golf. Oh, it was a hook. Well, you don't know. Hey, it's a hook. What do you mean? We're playing cards. He's got a hook. Captain Hook. Is this TV? The ball hooked to the right. You've got a hook. Fishing hook, don't get that hook in your finger, you know. Hook is to get the little fish. What's the little fish for? Oh, does the little fish have to find the egg? Or do we have to put a worm on the little fish? Or is it our worm? And what is that fish? And we have to throw it into the lake. But usually the water breaks. So if we're throwing the fish into the lake and the water breaks, and a woman's having a child, got the hook and the worm. You coming my way? 9 and 12, 21. What if it's 3 cards for 21? And you started with a 2. Your next card was a 6 and your next card was a 6. Well, now you have 2, 6, 6. All these combinations are going to tell you a story. I don't know the story. I can't do this whole thing alone. I'm doing it all alone. I am doing it alone. I could do it alone. But it'll only be my road, my story. How you perceive my story, how you take in with what I say, and whether you want to do anything about it or not, or just hang up the phone. I'm sorry. No hanging up the phone. Grab your mouse. Everybody, grab your mouse. Put it over the X in the corner, or let's find a new video, or press the screen and my screen will stop. Or yeah, and then you can just not listen to me while you're searching for something else going, too much. This person is too much. Too much. You know what was too much today and I wanted to cry? Again, it seems like I'm always crying. How in the world? How in the world? I already know how in the world I have to put a footstep forward. But I saw something today, and I've seen it every day, but I see it more today than any time before. When are we going to get When are you going to get, can I say it a different way? I read in a newspaper and then saw with my own eyes what somebody was saying. They said, watch the airplanes in the sky and then watch the lines, how they line up. Can you figure out a story why they're doing that? And then I read a story online that says, it's too hot, we have to block the sun. I'm saying, well, if you got to block the sun, what are you using to block that sun? And is it going in the air? Is it falling down? Am I breathing it in? Is it going into the landfills? Is it going into the lakes and waters? Are the babies and mothers and everybody breathing this in? Has it been experimented and told to the public, and have we taken a vote? Because this is global, my friends. This is global. This is all around. 7 million people in Quebec. And if you live in Ontario, it's 10 million people in Ontario. And every single province, it's happening through all the provinces, because that's what I read. And my question is, it's not my question, I read it online. But I'm asking that question for the person who mentioned it. I don't know where the story is. Look it up. I think they call them some kind of trails. I don't really know. Trails in the sky to stop the sun. Stop the sun? Stop the sun? Is there something that they're stopping, that they're putting towards the sun? And now what they're putting towards the sun is an element that if you don't put up the chemtrails or contrails, that element that they're putting in that we can see will start to make the waters and the earth sick. So they put all these chemtrails in the air to mix up with whatever else is in the air that they're not telling us. It's a non-visible, non-smelly gas. Okay, in order for the chemtrails to participate with it, so it doesn't harm us. So actually the chemtrails would be actually saving us because of the other gas that we don't actually see. See, everybody seems to be concentrated only on the chemtrails or whatever, the aluminum barite in there. According to the stories I'm reading online, go on Google. They're all over, so I'm just reading it. I'm not taking any sides, good, wrong, not good. I do know that it's not fair not to share, because when you're not sharing, you're not caring, and it's not fair to the rest. Give everybody a chance. Give everybody a chance. Give everybody a chance. Chance to make their own decision. Have you ever heard of the multi-science lab? The multi-science lab was discovered many years ago, where they take a whole bunch of people and put them together. And I'm going to start out with one thing, how it works. And all these people who know nothing about whatever they're doing, and the scientists come out and ask the people about, what do you think about this? What do you think I can do? Just trying to see if somebody will say something crazy enough that'll say, oh, I should have thought of that. And you can say, well, this system doesn't work, but I have a little proof of where it does work. I have a bad voice, and you have a bad voice, and 25 people in the room, none of us can sing. But the song comes on, and the singer points to all of us to sing that one note. We can all sing that note together. We can all sing. But when you hear 20 of us saying the same thing, it harmonizes. It gives a strength and a roundness to those words, even though as singletons, the song is no good. But with 10, 20, 30, 40 people, Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, coming together, bringing together a vibration that you just can't do alone, or without couple of words I can't say. Bearing on thoughts. Again, back to the bearing. Words added on words. I-N-G-E-D. And I've spoke about this before. We spoke about the word gin. Gin. I have not worked on vodka yet. I haven't worked on rum. Alcoholic spirits. Since the word spirit equals to 91. Since 13 times 7, which is 7 times 13 cards in a deck, equals to 91. 1, 3, and 7 come together. 1 and 3 is 4, and 7 is 28 days to the cycle of the moon. 7 and 4 equals to 11. 7 minus 4 equals to 3. 3 and 11 equal to the red. 3 and 2 BC creation, let's say the red sun in the heavens. That split the heavens. Why do I say this? You play pool? 3 ball and the 11 ball. They're red. But 11 is 1 and 1 is 2. Now we got the blue ball, the 2-ball blue and the 10-ball. So the 10-ball is telling me 2 worlds. So now that we have the 10-ball, we have 1 plus 0, we have the 1 ball, now we have the 1 yellow ball, and the 1 yellow ball is also the 9 yellow ball, so we have 1 and 9, plus 9 or minus 9, but we have 1 and 9, we now have the yellow ball. I can now take the yellow ball and mix it with the red ball, okay? The yellow ball, mix it with the red ball. It sounds like Red Bull, right? And then we get the orange ball. Then we get the orange ball. The orange ball, this is 1 and 9. This is 3 and 11. This becomes 2. The red ball, because this is 2, it now becomes the blue ball. And it's also the 10 ball, which reverts back to the 1 ball. But the 1 ball and the 3 ball come together to create the 5 and the 13, which is the orange ball, the orange sun. 1 and 3 equals to 4. 4, right? 1 and 3 equals to 4 is now the purple ball. It's not only the 4, but it's also the 12. 1 and 2 is 3. And we're back to the red ball again. 3 and 11. And that's our cycle. 5 and 4. Now what are we missing? We're missing 14 and we're missing 15. So we're missing green, 6, and we're missing, let's say, brown, 7. 14 and 15 is the creation of pi, 3.1415. The total of this is 29 or 92, 6.5, the beginning of pi. 11, 29, 11. So how do we find that 6 ball now? Well, green. So now we're going to take the 2 ball, and we're going to take the 10 and the 2, and we're going to mix it with the blue ball. With the green ball, we are going to take the 2 ball and mix it with the yellow ball. So now we're mixing these balls in colors. Okay, we mix it, and then we get green by mixing those balls. So this would be 3, and this would be 19, or this would be 11, 11. 2 and this, and then adding them up above each other. Star system addition for my math. Now, how do we get the brown ball? So to get the brown ball, we need blue and red. Actually, blue and red, okay, equals to, do I think, purple. And purple, I think, is the, what color ball is the purple? See, I might mix up my colors here right now, because I don't remember the balls, but that's okay, because it works out the same. So I have is the 4 ball and the 12 the purple ball? Yes, 4 ball and 12 is the purple ball. So I need blue and red to create that, right? Blue and red to create that. So blue and red to create purple. So that'll be, did I do that? 3 and 11 and 2 and 10. So the star system math would give me 5, 21, and it would give me 13 and 12. So all this story of pool is now telling me all these stories now. Now, how do you create brown? I think you need red and blue and yellow. Is that how you make brown? Let me ask my phone. Give me a second. Okay, so it's telling me to mix orange and blue to get brown. So it's taking a color that became its own name on the mixture. Certain colors on mixing other colors will create their own names. You see, with white and red, you get pink. And it's a rarity. With white and black, you get gray. And those are the 2 rarities with white. Because mostly with white, you get a paler color from a darker color with white. And they name it. Light white, blue, light blue, and light this and light that. Or they'll give most of it paler colors. And also when it comes to green, they might call it lime when you add a white to it. You know, lime, pink, gray. So colors and color systems and words. So when we create the orange to the blue, I don't want to do it that way. I want to use the red, yellow, and blue. separately. So with red and yellow, I get the 3 ball and the 11. With the yellow, I get the 1 and the 9. With the blue, I get the 2 and the 10. So I'm actually getting 1, 2, 3, 1, 9, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 9, 2. So there's no one in here where it took these numbers, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 9, 2, 6, and 3 to create the color brown. That's what it took. It took all these colors before I can get to the gateway. So before I can get to the gateway, it's giving me the 9 birth of the 2 worlds of the two worlds. The diameter is 2 to the left and to the right. And if there's a left and a right, there is an above, because there's 1 and 2. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will be 3 and 2, and that will be your 5. That's your E world. So now you have the orange. The orange is the 5 and the 13. So if you're thinking 5 and 13, 1 and 3 is 4, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 will create those numbers. Those are your DNA to the sun. They're just basic DNA. And yeah, why basic DNA? D, okay, is 4, N is 14, and A equals to 1, equals to a total of 19. But it's DNA because it's the A is 1, the N is 14, and the D is 4. So it's 4, 14, and 1. But we don't need the 1 again because the 1 is already, although it's in the 10 position, the 1 is 4, 1, 4, just with D and N. In fact, we don't need anything. All you need is just the N, and the N will produce the A and D because the N is the 14th letter. 1 plus 1, which is 1 and 4. 1 equals to A, and 4 equals to D, giving me DNA. That's why I use that one. It's also the number 19 total, and spirit is that number 19. S-P-I-R-I-T, 19. S-P-I-R-I-T. 6 letters, alphabet reverse, which is 26 letters over this way and 26 letters over this way. 1 and 26 will total 27. So you have 6 by 20, and 6 by 7 is 162. That's the total count. So if the total count is 162 for spirit, and 91 is one way, so that means we're going to need 71 the other way, which is a fantastic number. It's just telling me the gateway birth. This becomes 1, this becomes 8, the resident angel. Voila, I've arrived. Pass through me thy gates, and let me live on this planet. Now, my biggest question always comes to be before we end and I stop this video. I can go on forever coming up with, these little things that just keep coming together through games. I know for sure that the conscious level of memory is forever. Now, am I actually here in a system where I can never get out, but the mental can just snap back to the other planet? I was never here. We don't need the body. We don't need to breathe. We're breathing. We're electric, my friends. We're electric. Oh my God, GE. Hello, GE. How is everybody? GE coming out of the moon. Yes. What electrical appliance am I? Which letters, abbreviation should I use for these electrical appliances to actually tell me how I'm plugged in? And obviously, somehow, I know I'm plugged in on 220. 216 plus 4. It's just a number that connects to the moon. 2,160 mile diameter to 3,476 kilometer, which is what surrounds 3, 4, 7, and 6, or 3, 4, 7, and 6. It's off the roulette wheel number 1. Where's my roulette wheel? It's off my roulette wheel number 1. Is it over here? No, it's got to be on this side. 3, 4, 7, 6. 7, 3, 4, 6. 7, 6. 3476 is the outline of this. What is between 5 and 9? The middle number would be 7. Between 1 and 5, the middle number is 3. Middle number between 5 and 7 is 6. 3 and 5 is 4. 3, 4, 7, 6. Surrounding number 5, the gateway in the moon, General Electric. Heinz. Moffat, you stink. Moffat, or moufette in French, you stink. AT, angle of transmission, cat. Moffat. MO, 1-3, AC energy, 10 and 3, and it's in the teens because it's 13, the letter. So now you're in the teens, so you're on another level. Okay. You're also supposed to be the last card in the deck, the 13th card. And since the ace is the highest card in the deck, can be used as the lowest, it shifts, right? The poker game is a 14-card range and 4 suits and 14 cards. That's a total of 56. That's communication. You can shift this way and you can shift this way. Have you ever put a window in or taken a window out? You have to push it under, lift it up, and then drop it down. There's more space at the top so you can push it in just to get it down and it won't come out. Well, it's basically the same thing. The O, well, we connect to Mars. 1-3, 1-5, connecting the AC to Mars. 1-3, 1-5 is 4 and 6. And that's a big number for me because it creates number 1. Now, what is number 1? Anyways, back to the spirit, back to the DNA, number 19, or 1991. 1991, the last years before the year 2000. The hook of the future. 1991, Jupiter. Anyways, Raphael, I've said enough. I'm even lost myself. I'm off track and on base. Played pool. We didn't finish the whole game, but if you add up 1 to 7 in the game of pool, that equals to 28. If you add up 1 through 15, it equals to 120. If I take out the 8 ball, now let me put this down here. 1 through 7 equals 28. Don't count the 8 ball. The total of 1 to 15 is 120. 28 and 8 is 36. So you should have 84, 92, 102, 112, 120. Space. What's space? 4 times 4 is 16. 4 plus 4, 8. P and H. How about phi? You minus it, you have 20. You have location of space. 32. You also have space at the freezing mark. 0 Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit. So the first 7 is 28. The last 7 is 84. 3 times 28 equals to 84. So this is 1/3 of 1 whole. And this is maybe where your pi comes in to your gateway. 1, 4, 7. 1 month, 4 months, 7 months of 31 days, of 30 days, of 28 days, and an asterisk for the extra day. 2 and 8 is 10. 8 and 4 is 12. 1 and 3. Thank you for watching.